A couple days ago, I did a video on my Here's the Deal channel, and most people on this channel don't even know I have a fifth channel now called Here's the Deal. And the reason I'm having to make channels is because my channels are getting demonetized and they're getting censored and they're getting terminated. But I did a video on this lady right here who was arrested for praying silently, and it's unbelievable to me that I'm even having to talk about this. This happened in the UK. But you know, it can easily happen anywhere. It's, you know, things like this have happened in Australia, New Zealand. There's just been a lot of oppression and tyranny that have happened. And what I find interesting and funny in a, you know, not a ha-ha way, but one of the ways I end and have been ending a lot of my videos for the last couple of years is by saying, leave your comments for the world and the Google thought police. This is literally what we're looking at. We're looking at the thought police. If you missed this video on my Here's the Deal channel, or if you don't know about my Here's the Deal channel, go over there and subscribe and hit the bell notification icon. I'll leave the link to this video in the description in the pinned comment so you can take a look at it. But this lady, I found out her name is Isabel, and she just released this video right here. They actually charged her for praying silently. They charged her for thoughts in her head. I'm just going to roll this and we're going to talk a little bit about it, but it's pretty self-explanatory. This is tyranny. This is something that no human being should ever accept for any other human being in the world. Listen to this.
I'm still trying to get my mind around the fact that I've been arrested for silent thoughts going on in the privacy of my own head. My faith is a central part of who I am. So sometimes I'd stand or walk near an abortion facility and pray about this issue. Police asked me what I was doing one afternoon near the abortion centre. I was clearly just standing there, motionless. I was completely silent. I let the police officers know that I might be praying inside my own head. That's all I was doing, thinking, lifting up my thoughts to God in silent prayer. This was enough for them to arrest me and take me to the station.
Imagine that. Imagine you put yourself in the position of the law enforcement officer, the law enforcement officers, plural, who laid their hands on her because she was silently praying. She was standing on a public street corner, not bothering anybody, with her head bowed, silently, just thinking, praying. Imagine you going up to somebody who's just minding their own business, not harming anybody, threatening to harm anybody, stealing anybody's property, and harassing them, putting your hands on them, and then putting your hands all over them, or her, or whoever, because you think that they're going to be a danger when you throw her in the back of your car because you're fearful that she might have a weapon on her or whatever. Imagine how crazy that would look to normal people if you did that. But now you put a costume on somebody and they're going to shake somebody down. Here's a screenshot of what that looked like right here. There was a female cop, two male cops. She's clearly standing on a public sidewalk, minding her own business, doing nothing wrong, not harming anybody, not even breathing out threats or yelling out loud or anything. This is how bad it is. They're going to put their hands all over her, search her, even her hair. She's going to go over that here in a second. But imagine that happening. Imagine hearing this story and go, no way that happened. There's no way law enforcement officers who are supposed to be there to keep the peace, to protect and serve, whether it's in America or the UK, they're supposed to be there to take care of and take down criminals. They're not supposed to be there to harass individuals who are minding their own business. If you did that, you would rightly be seen by society as a criminal. But for some reason, you put a uniform, a badge, and a gun on somebody, and all of a sudden people's cognitive dissonance kicks in, Stockholm syndrome kicks in, and they're like, oh no, that's not an oppressor. That's somebody who's actually doing good for society. It's truly unbelievable.
Before doing this, they searched me on the pavement, even searching through my hair and confiscating the tissues from my pockets. When I was taken down to the police station, I was then grilled about what I was thinking. Later, they let me know that I've now been charged on 4 counts because of the thoughts I've been thinking and where I was thinking them. You don't have to be pro-life to see that this is wrong. Freedom of thought, conscience and belief are the most fundamental rights and are an essential part of our human identity. My name's Isabel. I'm a friend to some, a sister to others, a charity worker, a Christian. I'm not a criminal, but I've been censored.
She's been violated in one of the most astonishing ways that you could possibly imagine. Again, if somebody told me this story, I'd be like, no way, show me the video. Show me how, where they actually went hands on her. Now, they were kind enough to not put the cuffs on her before they put her in the back of the car and kidnapped her and then put her into a cage for 17, well, how long was it? I don't know how long she stayed in the cage, but even if it was for 17 seconds, they put her in a cage for having done nothing wrong, for literally having committed no crime. And these are the thought police. So when I say Google thought police, I'm being serious. And this kind of stuff is closing in on all of us. I don't care if you're liberal. I don't care if you're conservative. I don't care if you're dyed-in-the-wool red Republican or dyed-in-the-wool blue Democrat. Nobody should be tolerating this. It doesn't matter what you think that she believes about, babies in the womb. We should all be standing against the cops and for this woman and for the thought that, there are people in Congress who want this to happen. There are rules and codes. There was the thing this was called, what this was called was, it was called a PSPO. And a PSPO is a public space protection order. And so because they created this public space protection order, it gave broad powers to law enforcement to just arbitrarily apprehend anybody that they might consider might be committing, in their minds, a crime. And in their minds, a thought is a crime. A silent prayer is a crime. So when we get to the point where silent prayers and silent thoughts from peaceful people standing on public sidewalks, doing nothing wrong and harming no one, when we get to the point where we look at those people as criminals while real criminals roam free, while real criminals are let out of jail to go do whatever they want to in the public streets, we got a serious problem. And when people don't stand up against it, when injustice happens to one man anywhere, injustice happens to all men everywhere. It's going to happen to you. And if we don't stand up and speak on behalf of this woman and against these law enforcers who put this woman in this horrible position, what does that say about the rest of humanity? What does that say about the future of humanity, or the future of our posterity, the future of our sons and daughters and grandsons and granddaughters? It's truly ridiculous. Guys, if you want to support this channel, this is a heavily censored channel now. I barely get any views. It's been pretty discouraging. 100% listener supported. If you want to support this channel, the Cash App, buy me a coffee, subscribe star below, or you can grab a hard-hitting conversation starting shirt from the shirt store. It really helps out a lot, keeps me going, and keeps the message going. If this message resonates with you, and I'm talking about the message of freedom, the message of standing against all oppression and tyranny anywhere that it's found, then I appreciate your support. If you haven't done so already, subscribe to this channel. Subscribe to my Here's the Deal channel. Again, I'll leave this link in the description and the pinned comment. Hit the bell notification icon. Give it a thumbs up. Share it with everybody you know. Don't forget to subscribe to my private email list through my website. That way we can keep contact, when all this censorship continues to roll on, because it doesn't seem people are doing anything about it. Subscribe to my private email list, and I will see you guys in the next heavily censored shadow ban video.